nice. Like you're just like yeah, it feels so nice.
Like a hug.
It literally feels like that, yeah. It like just feels so secure and safe and just like melting into your hands. Hey, it is your girl Abby, aka New Age Coach here, lighting the way for those on their way to the light. And to my soul vibers, that is those of you who are already subscribed, thank you. And anyone new just tuning in, welcome. On this channel, we talk all things self and soul development. So if you like that vibe and want to join the tribe, hit subscribe. Now, soul vibers, you might see that I'm sitting in my car because I am in the parking lot about to go into my very first time ever craniosacral therapy. This is a therapy that I have been super intrigued by. It's been popping up in different environments I've been in, signs for it in different yoga classes I've attended, different YouTube videos popping up on my feed about this. Just watched a documentary on it. So I took that as, okay, you know what? I'm always interested in learning about how to work through emotional blockages and just how to elevate my spiritual practice and really just, like I said, self and soul development here, and this is just another way, another practice to do that. So I'm gonna take you on in with me, show you what this looks like, and then I'll be back to talk about what it was like and a little bit more of what this is if you are not sure. So let's go. Like you said,
it's like a feeling. On my end, it feels kind of like a pulsing, but not like the beat of a heart, but a feeling similar to that. It's called unwinding.
I never knew that someone pulling on my ears like this was like heaven, though. Like
really though.
Oh my god. Makes my lip quiver too.
Yeah, it's definitely in the area of that jaw tension you were mentioning.
It's crazy. That feels like how your body should be, but mine's not like that.
It's because you constantly have to hold your head up, and this is like the connection.
And I can feel like just the whole stretch through my whole body.
Another cool thing about CranioSacral is that you take it with you when you go. It can be similar to massage therapy because that is like blood, your blood flow is increased, so you kind of take that with you. CranioSacral is movement for the cerebral spinal fluid, and so that is the reason why you get so relaxed is, it's a powerful healing mechanism. And that will come be with you for, because it's increased its speed, or increased its flow, I should say.
And you can feel it when you do certain movements, like going through, like up and down and like emotion.
Yeah, you'll feel looseness, and you'll get, hours to days of healing. So
It's amazing. I'm sold. You're with me now forever.
perfect.
Well, hello. You just heard it there. I think that tells you how I felt about my session. I am sold on this therapy. Guys, I am back at home, and I wanted to just hop on to give a quick review, like I said, and tell you a little bit about my experience, what to expect if you're thinking about doing this, and just overall what this therapy is, right? So firstly, craniosacral therapy is, I keep saying, like, my own way I can understand it is if like chiropractors and Reiki had like a baby, because it's super gentle movements. You're not like cracking and doing all this crazy stuff like that. It is the most slightest of movements, and the way just you're being, like, I can't explain it, but it's so gentle. And I was like in the most relaxed state, similar to how I feel when I do meditate. And it is, in my mind, from a spiritual perspective, like Reiki, in that you're working with your own body's energy healing. Craniosacral therapy is designed to support your body's innate ability. Your body does this on its own, right? But it helps you restore and heal and reduce stress and build your just underlying energy flow. And again, you heard her talk about that, the spinal fluid. That is what's kind of pulsating and going through you, from your cerebrum to the base of your spine. So in other words, the way craniosacral therapy works, which is what you saw, is your practitioner will use just basically his or her hands, very light touch, to evaluate your craniosacral system by doing those gentle feels in various different parts of your body. So in the video, you did see most of it focused around my head and ears and kind of my face and cheeks. But there were parts of this session, which was an hour long, where she did focus on other areas such as the back of my neck, as well as my sacral, I don't know what that is, but like the lower base of my spine, because I went in there with the intention for those specific areas. Over the last few weeks, that point at the base of my spine, it is so sensitive to the touch and hurts, as well as I know I carry all my stress in my shoulder areas. And over the last few weeks, I have been waking up with like clenched jaws, and it's just so painful when I wake up and so tense here. So I think you heard in part of that clip where, I was talking about my lip quivering when she was in this area, and how that is related to kind of that clenched jaw that I was talking about when I went into that session. So really, again, what they're doing is they're feeling around with very gentle touch, and sometimes not even touch, just like being over your body, similar to Reiki, to let your body's natural rhythm guide them to the areas that need that little bit of extra work or attention. And they're easing that motion of your cerebrospinal fluid. That is what's pulsing around your brain and, again, your spinal cord. Ultimately, I would recommend this therapy for anyone. Actually, you saw me pick up a brochure in the opening clip of that video, right? It was right here. So let me actually give you some technical ways that this is explained instead of the way I just explained it, right? So this literally says, craniosacral therapy is manual therapy technique consisting of light touch, listening, and good intention to engage the tissues, evaluate, and encourage the body to change and to heal itself. The amount of manual touch of the therapist is very light, often as light as the weight of a coin. Patients are usually able to tell immediately or within a few sessions if this type of treatment will help them. And then it goes on to say this therapy is used with headaches and chronic pain patients of all types and ages. It's also used with babies and children with sleep issues, developmental delays, as well for trauma victims for accidents and sports. Oftentimes, the therapist will use this in combination with other therapies like massage, exercise, or before and after surgery or other medical procedures. It's now being used in hospitals, in clinics, and even nursing homes. But again, it's not just about if you have chronic pain or illness. Of course, this is a therapy that can be used to help naturally heal yourself from those things. But like I said, I believe there's a very spiritual component to this, to really get in tune with how your body is, to be able to naturally just heal itself. Your body knows what it needs and it knows where it needs it. And you know, this therapy is just helping you as your own tool, using the practitioner as a tool really, to be able to help you find those blockages. And it doesn't necessarily have to be physical blockages, right? We're talking about, in spirituality, emotional blockages, emotional traumas, past traumas. That type of stuff, as we know, can get stuck at a cellular, like biological level within you. And this type of therapy gets to that core, gets to that cellular level, and releases those blockages so that your natural rhythm can actually flow the way it's intended to give you the life that you deserve to live with, the energy you deserve to live it with. And again, you heard in the session, one of my questions was, you know, how do I know when a blockage is being released, for example? And I could feel moments where it's kind of like it just, you feel it just go for a second, and that's how I knew. Or something would quiver or twitch or move and just like do like a jerky movement. And for me, you know, I equated that with my release, and I just felt better instantaneously. But you also heard the practitioner talk about what's called unwinding, and how she uses, she understands it through like this pulsating sensation that she's able to feel with her hands as to when something is being released or, again, unwinding. So again, there's not much you have to do if you're thinking about this. There's not much you have to do in terms of preparation. Just go in, show up with an intention, show up with maybe some ideas if you are having chronic pain, if there is a certain area of your body you want to focus on, or really just out of curiosity, like part of my session was today. I absolutely give the Abby stamp of approval on this. You heard me say it. I will absolutely be back with my practitioner. This will now be a normal part of my holistic wellness routine. Mind, body, spirit. It's not just spirituality. It's not just the physical, guys. Mind, body, spirit connection. And this is one of those therapies that ties it so beautifully together. So definitely try to find a craniosacral therapy near you, and comment below if you've tried it and let me know how your session went. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. As always, thank you for being a part of my journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give a thumbs up, to like it, to share it with anyone who could benefit. And if not already, please subscribe. Thanks.